Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here, right on Clemox, and today, folks, we got, some more MLB rumors for this offseason for the number one player available in this free agency. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and thank you guys for tuning in and all the support over the last few months. We really appreciate it. Now, like I said, rumors about the number one player available in this year's MLB free agency. That is himself, the man, the myth, the 62 home run king this past season himself, Aaron Judge. And, this is going to be fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. Him and DeGrom are going to be fun to watch this offseason because they'll dictate really how the market goes. And Sportsnet up here in Canada released an article about teams that were interested, and I agree with these six teams. There are six teams that are showing heavy interest. One of them being the New York Yankees, of course, because they don't want to lose a guy like Aaron Judge. But an AL East rival's interested, that can make some things really seriously happen. And for this team here, it would make sense for Aaron Judge to go there because that team is on your screen right now, the Boston Red Sox. And why I say it makes sense for Aaron Judge's perspective is how many home runs does he hit to left field? Yeah. How many times do you think he can hit over that monster in left field? Probably a ton. If Aaron Judge wants to continue his play of hitting home runs, well, I'm sorry. Left field in Fenway Park is, yeah, it's a bit higher, or the big monsters there, but it is in a lot of feet. So all he has to do is pop it up over top of it, it's gone. And the Boston Red Sox are currently trying to make room to make a push for him and other players throughout the MLB free agency, but Boston is one of the teams looking into trying to bring the New York Yankees right fielder, the All-Star, the MVP in my books, to the Bronx or to Fenway Park in Boston. And for me, like I said, it makes really good sense for Aaron Judge if he wants to keep producing. It is shorter, and yes, barring its higher wall, but the way Aaron Judge hits, that's no problem. And what if he hits the big monster? It's a double every time. I'm just saying, it could be really worthwhile. So we'll go through this story or this article here by Sportsnet before we get into more things here. And it starts by, the story, Aaron Judge bet on himself by turning down a long-term deal from the New York Yankees and then authored a historic 62 home run season that lined him up for what will likely be one of the largest contracts in baseball history. It's the stuff legends are made of, and now Judge's fate belongs solely to him. The 30-year-old free agent can choose where he wants to play the rest of his career. As Yankees general manager Brian Cashman said at the GM's meeting in Las Vegas recently, he earned the right to be a free agent, so he'll dictate the dancing steps. Detractors will say that Judge carries some risk because nobody knows if he'll be able to continue his elite offensive production into his mid-30s. In the immediate future, though, Judge will drastically transform any organization he joins. So I'm going to stop it there quickly. Like I said, his offensive numbers might change when he gets to 25 or 35, but playing in Fenway, hitting that big monster for doubles is fine. Getting on base, that's all he wants to do. And that's why I think Fenway Park itself makes a good fit for Aaron Judge. Back to the article. The reality is some clubs can afford to dream a little bit more than others. Is Judge likely to don the yellow and white of the Pittsburgh Pirates on ply his trade at American Family Field for the Milwaukee Brewers? Probably not. but they're still got a number of factors and teams to consider. Here's some of the legitimate contenders to land the number one free agent. New York Yankees. It's clear as day that New York wants him, but like their general manager said, it comes down to Aaron Judge. He's deserved it. If Judge just went out and hit 22 home runs and is asking for the money he wants now after hitting 62, teams would be laughing. But Aaron Judge, besides the strikeout numbers, has been on the uphill ever since he came into the MLB. And I know a lot of factors say, hey, when, as we see a home run hit over top of the big monster, hey, what's he going to be like? Well, even if he's not hitting 62 home runs, like, that's probably not going to happen again. If he's still producing 28 home runs when he's 35, that's still worth it. 25, 30, 32, 36, it don't matter. If it's in that range, it's still worth to sign this talent that is going to change your team for the next 6, 7, 10 years down the road. So the New York Yankees, of course, have more money than a lot of people, but is it where Aaron Judge really wants to play, or does he want to go see if the grass is greener with a different team in a sense that he feels whatever team he goes to now has a better shot of making it to the postseason? That's why I think he is heading to the NL over the AL because he's hoping to win it. And let's face it, the AL East is a hard division to play in. You got the Blue Jays, you got the Rays. You know, the Red Sox didn't do that good this year. Orioles did better. But there's always seems to be three teams from the AL East heading to the postseason. It always seems like there's 3 to 4 teams in that mix for the first spot in that division, and I think Judge realizes, hey, if I stay in the AL East, I'm gonna have to deal with this pressure all the time, or do I head to the NL where we just saw almost a fairy tale Cinderella story here of the Philadelphia Phillies barely making it in, and all of a sudden they're in a playoff spot in the World Series. Like the NL is so different from the AL that I could see Judge going to the NL conference to join a team there. Now, we get into some NL teams since I talked about the Red Sox and Yankees. Next one, like I said, San Francisco Giants. The reason why I believe the Giants is in here because Aaron Judge grew up just like that part of California. I looked it up. It could be more of a homecoming in quotations to play in California where his friends and family can come watch him all the time. So the article says the Giants have been rumored for months to be an interest suitor for Judge, and the hot stove was further stoked late in October when NJ.com reported the club is prepared to spend whatever it takes to land the slugger. Judge is at the top of the Giants list, and they won't be underbid, says an anonymous source with knowledge of the team's thinking. If they miss out, it won't be because of money. So right there, Judge, Giants, could I see it? Possibly. But do I see the Giants being a World Series team anytime soon? Yeah, you had Judge, but what else do you have in for your team? Now the next one, the Chicago Cubs. Like the Giants, the Cubs have serious payroll flexibility moving forward, helped by the expiration of Jason Hayward's 8-year, $184 million contract following the 2023 season. Chicago posted a dismal 74-88 record in 2022 and lacks both star power and face of the franchise type of player. Judge would check those boxes nicely, but the caveat is that the club is likely not ready to contend. So Judge, who has played in a postseason game in each of the past 6 years, considering taking a step back from contention. Like I say, I don't think so. I think that Judge wants to go win, and the NL makes the most sense, just not with the Cubs. Now this one, they signed Clayton Kershaw today. Videos on this channel. 1 year, $20 million. They let Justin Turner walk. What does that mean? They got money. The Dodgers seem to be mentioned whenever a big star hits the market. Sure, the purpose of that on some occasions could be the drive up by can drive up the buying price of rivals, but who knows? It's not like the president, Andrew Friedman, is hesitant on making big moves. This could be a potential move. They got the star power. Why not add Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge should look at the Dodgers and be like, if I join this team, I think we can win. And honestly, if Aaron Judge joins the Dodgers, without Aaron Judge, they could post 110 plus winning seasons. Add Aaron Judge, maybe they're losing 20 games. It could be actually fun and scary to watch at the same time. And last but not least, the New York Mets. The Mets stealing Judge away from their crosstown rivals would be the ultimate power move by owner Steve Cohen. It would hit the Big Apple like an earthquake, and the after effects would result in a ratcheted up pressure for the Yankees to respond in some way. The move could create an interesting and potential difficult dynamic for Judge through, though he'd be giving the middle finger to his former club in the same city. He continued for the rest of his career. This would be, like they said, a middle finger move by Aaron Judge. And if that actually did happen, the Yankees would have to go and make a big splash. Well, can the Yankees make a big splash with Aaron Judge leaving? No. The biggest splash would be bringing Aaron Judge back. But out of those teams, I say the Dodgers, Giants, Red Sox are the top three of those 6 teams that could land Aaron Judge. Now, that's it for me today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.